Hey there, my name is Bridget and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the experience of going to Disneyland for my birthday and going to two somewhat exclusive Disneyland and California Adventure restaurants. So for lunch, I went to Blue Bayou, which is inside of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and for dinner, I went to the Lamplight Lounge, which is on Pixar Pier in California Adventure. So it was a really wonderful experience, and so I want to share a little bit about how I made the reservations, what the food was like, and just what a day surrounding multiple dining reservations looks like. I went with my fiance, so it was two of us that were going to the reservations, and I want to show you a bit of the B-roll of the actual experience of the restaurants as well as the food. I'm going to talk over a little bit about some of our reviews of the food and what our favorite items were. So thank you so much for coming along on this vlog with us. I'm going to show a bit of just our day at Disneyland as well. I'm going to hop into us arriving at Disneyland for the day, going to the Blue Bayou, and then I'll talk a little bit about our reservations from there. So thank you so much for watching my channel, and feel free to subscribe if you're interested in checking out more Disneyland content, house cleaning content, and just things about my life. See you soon. The ambiance at the Blue Bayou is impeccable, and we really enjoyed our lunch there. We started with the heirloom tomato and watermelon salad, got some of the corn and poblano fritters, and then shared the pistachio lemon basil pasta. So we found out that sharing these dishes was really the right move because we knew that we had another reservation later in the day. It was a little bit challenging to try to make the rides and things work between the two reservations, but we were really happy to be got the chance to try out both restaurants. And I would say we did prefer the Lamplight Lounge, but we really loved the experience of the Blue Bayou. And I think if we had only gone there, we would have really loved the experience that much more. I'll show you a bit more about the food that we ate at the Lamplight Lounge in just a bit, but I wanted to talk a little bit about how I made the reservations. So ahead of time, I went online and did some research about how you actually go about doing so because some of these reservations get snapped up really early. And I learned that 3 months out from your trip, you want to go online at 6 a.m. Pacific time. I learned the hard way it's not Eastern time. I did set an alarm for 3 a.m. Pacific and then reset one for 6 a.m. because I attempted to make a reservation too early. And it was really easy. There were a lot of availabilities at 6 a.m. and basically every restaurant that you would want to go to was available at that time, 3 months out. So that would be my suggestion is to log on really early the morning, 3 months out from your trip and to make the reservations. Then it was really quite simple to make the reservation since I knew how to approach it. And I've learned for the future that that's how I would go about doing so. I'm going to hop into the rest of the day at Disneyland and then talk about our reservation at Lamplight Lounge, and I'll bring you along with us. Today's your first time going on Guardians of the Galaxy. How do you feel?
A little nervous.
Is it a little overwhelming?
I didn't like the ride when it was Tower of Terror 20 years ago, and I don't like it now, so I'm just not a big free fall fan.
Well, we'll see how it goes. We're gonna be up there at the tippity top, taking a good view. It was a rough end to that day. We went on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and then, as you could probably tell from the footage, we ended up getting right on the tram and going right back to our car because it was a rough ride to end the day with after stuffing ourselves on a lot of delicious food. So I have to give it another try. As we were talking about in that last clip, my fiance and I have not been on this ride in forever. I hadn't been on since I was like 10 years old, and he hadn't ever been on. And so it was really fun to go on it and challenge ourselves, but it did end up being troubling after eating so much food all day. So I'm going to give it another chance at some point, but we really enjoyed our dinner at Lamplight Lounge. We got 3 things and we split all of them again. That was our approach for the day, given that we knew that we were going to be eating a lot, and we had some corn dogs in the middle of the day to give us something to eat to tide us over before dinner. But we got the Kung Pao bao buns with pork belly. There was some bell peppers, some peanuts, and green onions in those. And then we also got the potato skins, which weren't really skins. As you could see in the video, they looked a little bit more like hash brown circles, and they have manchego cheese in them. They were delicious. And then we split for the main, the pastrami spiced Impossible Burger, which we didn't love it. It was hard to compare to the appetizers, which we absolutely loved. But all in all, the Lamplight Lounge was amazing. The ambiance of it, being able to watch the sunset from right by the water, being able to watch the Incredicoaster behind us and the Ferris wheel going. It was an amazing experience. I ordered the Fun Wheel, which is an off-menu drink. They had it about 5 years ago when I went to Disneyland for my birthday, and so it was nice to be able to get it again, even though it's not technically on the menu. I would highly recommend looking up their off-menu drinks. If there's one that you're interested in, they know how to make all of them. So that was a ton of fun. We loved the experience of Lamplight Lounge. It was definitely our favorite dining of the day, and I'm so excited to go back at some point. It was a really wonderful day to celebrate my birthday, and I really appreciate you coming along to see our extravagant dining experiences at Disneyland, and I'll catch you in my next video. Have a good one.